Hey, Carol. What happened? You never came home last night. Is everything okay? You look a little different, too. Who's that with you? CZ from Binance. What's he doing in our house? Carol, what's going on? Ah, you're expanding to Binance Smart Chain, are you? Think you're so smart there, are you, Carol? Well, let me tell you here, little lady. I'm a man of morals and loyalty. I thought we were exclusive. But apparently, you'll go to any blockchain that's packing a big package of liquidity. No. That's not what I thought when we first met. I didn't think you were that type of girl. No. Don't you try to win me back now. I don't want any bonds on the BSC network. It's all base for me, baby. No. I get it. Why have one when you could have two? But Carol, I'm not that type of guy. So you know what? We're through. So get out of my house, you two-timing bitch. Alright, welcome in. Creative Crypto here. And yes, I am breaking up with Carol. Unfortunately, this two-timing bitch caught us all off guard in the middle of the night and decided she would rather have the liquidity from CZ instead of base. Really caught me off guard because I had listened to their AMAs with the devs on this project and they seemed like basechain was where they wanted to be, and they made it clear that they decided to make Carol specifically on basechain because it was a new emerging blockchain and a great opportunity. However, that changed very quickly here in the last week with the launch of Carol on Binance Smart Chain. And originally when I first saw that, I knew right away it wasn't going to be good. I decided to give it some time, be patient, and see how it played out. And it's played out horribly here for people that are on base because this liquidity is draining faster than a free keg at a house party. Okay, this liquidity is draining fast. And I don't know who is draining it, if it's the devs, if it's just people that are fed up with the project and selling. We got a lot of issues here with Carol, guys, so I'm not going to hold anything back in this video, and it's going to be 100% real. This is how I always do my videos. And yes, I did believe Carol could be a great success. But if you go back and watch my first video, I specifically said, as long as the developers and the people behind this project don't get greedy and kill the golden goose. And the golden goose was Carol on base. This is how it started. Okay, this went really well. It went up to, I think, 1.3 million in liquidity. It was doing well. But for some reason, and I don't really know why, they decided to go onto Binance Smart Chain. Now, if you go into their Telegram, the developers will tell you, oh, we were worried about clones and we didn't want any clones, so we wanted to be our only clone. But the thing is, guys, you can't think like that. That's not how successful projects operate. You stick to one chain and you build that chain out and you stay loyal to that chain. And if people want to get in your project, guess what? They have to go to that chain. You're not going to sit there and cater to all these other people. Well, let's make one on Binance Smart Chain. Let's do that for a month, and then that's going to drain. And let's go to pulsechain, and then that's going to drain. And let's go to AVAX, and that's going to drain. And let's go to Arbitrum, and let's go to Matic. You know, you can't do that shit, okay? You have to stay loyal. Look at Drip, the original Drip. What did they do very, very well? They stayed loyal to Binance Smart Chain. And you know what happened when the 2 years that Drip was king of DeFi? There was not one clone built on any other chain. Why is that? Because they cornered the market and flag planted the market on Binance Smart Chain and said, we are Drip, we are on Binance Smart Chain. If you want to get involved in Drip, you have to come to Binance Smart Chain. And because of that, they did very, very well and were very successful. When you run into problems with projects, and I've seen this firsthand with projects that I've been involved in and worked on, is when you branch out to other chains unexpectedly, people don't respond to that. And it kills your liquidity and it really divides your community. So this is a really expensive learning experience for the Carol team here. Now the jury is still out if these are just bad developers with nefarious intentions or they just made a horrible decision. I'm not sure yet. Time will tell. It might be a combination of both. But it's just very unfortunate that they had to go this route because I understand if you want to branch out to other chains, but this Carol protocol has not been proven yet. You still need to prove that it's actually a usable, long-standing protocol. It was around for 2 months. That's not a success yet. That's like opening a restaurant and you have a couple good months and you go, hey, let's open another restaurant 10 miles down the street from us. because we're doing great here. Why not open another one? The problem is when you open the other one, people that were coming 15 miles to your restaurant now can go to the closer one for 10 miles, and you hurt your current restaurant. So the more you expand, you're competing with yourself, and it actually causes both restaurants to fail. And in this case, it's going to cause both protocols to fail in the long term. So super, super unfortunate here. I really did not see this coming. If they had just stuck to basechain and flag planted on basechain and said, we are Carol Protocol, we're on basechain. When you think of basechain, you think of Carol. If you want to get into Carol, you have to come to base. That's how they should have kept it. And this thing could have lasted a very long time. Unfortunately, the people behind this did not think this through. They made a quick, uneducated decision, and it's costing them. It's costing them big time. Because now, probably in the long run, none of these protocols are going to be successful, which is super, super unfortunate because, like I said, they really had something here that could last. It was an original concept. It was something that was different. You had the staking with the bonding of the ETH, something that hadn't been done before. And they had it all set on a silver platter for them. All they had to do was stay patient and stay the course and let this thing play out. But no, they got impatient, they got greedy, and it cost them. And it cost us as investors. I feel bad for the people that got in this recently because it's just a big time slap in the face to the investors and the community, because if you remember, they were promoting them hitting 1 million in liquidity on base, and they were giving out promotions to where if you bond this amount and you stake this amount, we're going to give you this, and they're building it up. So they got all these people on the base, and then a week later, oh, now we're launching on Binance Smart Chain. What the hell? I mean, what the fuck are you guys doing? Okay? Did you do that on purpose, or did you just make a stupid fucking decision that you guys totally fucked up? Honestly, and I apologize for my language, but this is fucking ridiculous. All right, these other YouTubers aren't going to tell you like this straight. You see the Stunna Breezies and, bragging about 1 million on Binance Smart Chain and doesn't even talk about base anymore and doesn't give a fuck. Only thing Stunna cares about is Stunna. All right, if you guys want to be involved with that, you guys go ahead and be involved with those type of communities. But for me, I tell it like it is, and I tell you to it straight. And these devs on Carol royally fucked up. Now, like I said, was that on purpose because they wanted to drain the liquidity out of here? Could be. That is up in the air. But see, we as the investors are left holding the bag now. Okay, I'm barely even going to break even on this. I'm probably going to take a loss on Carol because I was compounding. I was stupid. I thought this thing would last a long time, and unfortunately, it didn't. Because I didn't think when I first got into this that there was a chance that they would branch out to other chains. Because listening to their AMAs, like I said, they were very bullish on basechain. They liked to be building on basechain. And they said that's where they wanted to be. But that was a total lie, and something changed, and these guys completely just blindsided everybody and fucked everybody over. And this is what happens in crypto. This is what happens in the DeFi space. I've seen this before. This isn't the first time I've seen something like this. It's the first time I've seen this with this type of protocol, but not the way that it's been done here. That's why you really can only put in here what you can afford to lose, because at the end of the day, you don't know what these people are going to do. It changes week to week. One day they could say this, the next day they could say this, and we really have no recourse as investors. So honestly, guys, what you have to do is just claim now, because I don't know, they changed this for some reason. So you have to claim your Carol, and then you can sell them. So this thing's going to drain super fast, and I honestly won't be surprised if this thing drains by the weekend. Okay, I'll be honestly surprised if this thing lasts a couple more days. Okay, the way this is drained, because this went from 1 million to 800,000, and now it's at 500,000. Okay, how can so much come out of here in such a short amount of time? Something's not adding up. All right, something's not adding up at all. So not looking good here for Carol, of course. And so I'm done with it. This is the last video I'll be making on Carol. And it's total slap in the face. I probably won't even get into the Binance Smart Chain one just because of the sour taste in my mouth from this. Just total backstabbing the way that they did this. Like I said, did they do it on purpose, or did they just make a horrible decision? I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that. But I hope this is a learning experience for these developers, because if you're going to make a project, you need to stick with your chain. Okay? Like I said, I learned that with our projects. We started on pulsechain and we branched out to basechain. But see, we did it differently. We didn't just drain the liquidity on one to put it in another one. We actually gave refunds and kept the projects going, unlike this. Okay, and that's the problem with these types of protocols where they pay you out a select percentage every day. It's a house of cards, and eventually the house of cards will come tumbling down. And when it comes tumbling down, you don't want to be holding the bag, okay? Because it's things drains fast, and in the meantime, guys, you just have to try to get as much out of here as you can, because there's no way this is going to recover from this. I honestly don't believe it. I know I'm being a little negative here, but honestly, the writing is on the wall, because they honestly don't care about base. They never cared about base. They saw base as just a way to make some quick money and then get into another chain. And like I said, what's going to stop them, a couple weeks from now, a couple months on Binance Smart Chain, once that starts slowing down? Oh, let's go to pulsechain. Okay, we'll do that for a month, and that's going to slow down. Okay, let's go to AVAX. Okay, that's going to slow down. Okay, let's go to Arbitrum. Okay, let's go to Matic. You can't do that shit. Okay, you need to stay on the chain that you started on and be loyal to that chain. All right, and the fact that these guys are doing this shit, it's just heartbreaking, honestly. It really is, because this could have really been something. This really could have been the flagship project on base, and it's not going to be. It's not going to be anymore. It's done. So yeah, I'm selling these and I'm putting it into base 3D because that's something that can actually stick around. All right, because it's something that you have access to your liquidity. Yes, there's a 10% tax each way, but you know what? The floor is solid, and that's where I'm going to be putting my funds in. And just a message to the devs for Carol, and a lesson to you guys is you can't worry about other people cloning your project. If you know from past experience on other projects, the clones and the forks, they never do as good as the original. Period. End of story. So you should not be worried about someone else forking or cloning your project, because it's not going to be as successful as yours. You have to just stick with your project and make that the best project there is. And people will come to you. They won't mess around with other clones. You get into trouble when you start worrying about, oh, well, what about if someone makes one on Binance Smart Chain? Well, we want to be on Binance Smart Chain. We want them to come to us. Well, you can't worry about that shit. You just have to be on your chain and worry about your chain and your project. But these guys fucked up. These guys totally slapped us in the face. And, fuck them. Fuck Carol, because this shit is a fucking joke. All right? So I'm fucking pissed. And I apologize, guys, but I've had enough of this shit. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way, because this was total blindside and just some fucking bullshit here. So I'm putting the ETH, any ETH I can scrape out of Carol, I'm just going to put it into base 3D and let this thing grow. If you guys want to get into base 3D, if you guys are looking to do something with your ETH that's on base, put it in here, because honestly, this is so low that you really have no risk at this point. We're trying to grow this up. This thing could hit, 10 ETH in here maybe. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But you're earning divs in here when people come in, and we're trying to feed different things into here as well. So hopefully this can help you guys salvage some ETH. Just put it in here as a little savings account. But as far as Carol goes, closing thoughts on this is, I don't know if these devs are scammers or just made a horrible, horrible decision. But if you're going to make a big decision like branching out to another chain, you need to really think it through, and it really shouldn't happen within the first 2 months. Because, like I said, this Carol protocol hasn't even been proven that this thing is stable and can last. Let's see if it's successful first, more than a couple months. Okay, a couple months is nothing. Shit, anything can be successful in crypto in a couple months. How about a couple years? Okay, and if you are going to branch out to a new chain, you need to ask the community if they approve that. You can't just decide one day, oh, we're going to make a decision to move to Binance Smart Chain and fuck everybody that's in base now. And we've been building up and getting all these marketers in for base and building a community for base. And you know what? We don't like base, so we're going to go to Binance Smart Chain now. We made a decision. No, fuck that. I hope you guys understand what you did and how you fucked up big time, because there's no way of saving this. This shit is fucking over. And it's going to happen with Binance Smart Chain as well. And the Carol protocol is going to be dead in a couple months, if that. So, yeah, it's just total just disaster here. And I apologize, like I said, for anybody that got in this. Like I said, I'll be lucky to break even because I've been compounding, as you can see here. Okay, I've been compounding. The last week since I heard the announcement, yes, I've been starting to sell more, but I was actually starting to compound 50%. But now that looks like a horrible decision, and it's looking like this shit's gonna last maybe a couple more days, if that. So, yeah, guys, sorry about the negativity here, but I just gotta keep it real. Just gotta keep it real as always because these projects just like to take advantage of people, and they think that they can just do whatever the fuck they want, and they can't because people will call them out for it like I am. Other YouTubers won't. You won't see this type of video on any other channel. I guarantee you that. Okay? So that's why you come here, and I will try to continue to find good projects that will last because I don't like waking up one day and seeing liquidity draining, and I don't want to have to worry about week to week if something's going to be around. I want to be in something that's here and going to stick around. I thought it was going to be Carol, but as soon as they decided to branch out the Binance Smart Chain, I knew in the back of my mind that was not a great decision at all. And we can see it here. The proof is in the pudding. It hasn't even been a week on Binance Smart Chain, and the base protocol is basically dead. So yeah, horrible decision. I don't know what else to say, guys, other than I apologize if you got in listening to my video and got in late. Hopefully you're able to take something out of here. Just not a great day. Not a great day at all. So hopefully my future videos are a little more positive and can have some positivity. I do like being positive and focusing on making money, because if you're positive and focusing on how you're going to make money instead of how you lost money or what went wrong, you'll just get more of that. So focus on the positive, focus on what we have here. At least the positive is it hasn't drained yet, so maybe we can take a couple more days of earnings from here. The problem is this price is going down, and this is going down as well. So yeah, not the best. That's what happens when you have a two-timing bitch that will fuck you over in the night and go to somebody that has a bigger liquidity to shove up her ass. All right, and that's what she did. This little two-timing bitch, Carol, is a fucking slut. So yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said, apologize for the harsh language here, but I am royally pissed off at Carol. So guys, that's really it. I will update you guys in future videos, but for now, that's all I have for you. So, until the next time, we'll talk again. Take care and take charge. Creative Crypto, out.